Moment of silence for the champions, for those who make going hard a lifestyle. Never wait for nothing, gotta get it right now. I'm in the spotlight when they turn the lights down. Only a champ swing the hardest in the 12th round. I love the fourth quarter, I love the ninth inning, I love game 7. Bring on the competition, cause in my heart can't nobody do it better. Can't slow me down, won't stop me never. I'm so Cassius Clay, I'm Tyson in his prime.
Welcome back, motherfuckers. This is the Pressure Podcast, everybody. We are live.
Give me a hell yeah!
Live in our studio from Orlando, Florida. It's your boy King Cole.
LeBron.
Finish him!
Rated M for Millennials. We are back like Jordan in 96. We are back like the Empire, Star Wars 2. And we are back like Apollo Creed in Rocky 2. We are here, baby.
Fatality.
Lights, camera, action, like people like to say. Sorry about that. Thursday, I got laid off of work. Hung out with some linglings, some bow bunnies. So skipped it for today. Savage Saturday. In sports this week, Geno got paid. Gators advance. Houston advance. And Judge is him, baby.
Fatality.
Aaron Judge, we don't talk much baseball over here, but let's talk Aaron Judge. Now, I'm still mad at Aaron Judge. He didn't show up much in the World Series, but I don't blame so much Aaron Judge as I blame Aaron Boone. Aaron Judge is a difference maker. Aaron Judge is a power hitter of the New York Yankees, the captain after Derek Jeter. Named captain, wears number 99, all-rise motherfucker, that guy. That guy there is just on a different tear. He already hit 6 home runs. He's one of we're gonna put a little ranking over here. I think he's a top 5 greatest power hitter I've ever seen. Okay.
Be cool, nigga.
I know it's a lot of power hitters, and I lived through the steroid eras. We're rated M for millennials, so we grew up in the 90s during the steroid era. But Aaron Judge is just different. Let me give you this little statistic over here about Aaron Judge that most people don't know. Are you aware that in his first 1,000 games, he's matched 321 homers of Babe Ruth? Nobody's done more than that in the first 1,000 games. Nobody. Okay. Are y'all also aware that since 2020, Aaron Judge's New York Yankees are 139 and 38. So basically, they have 101 more wins than losses whenever he hits a home run.
Talk that sass, nigga. Talk that sass.
Judge is him. People say he doesn't show up in the playoffs. He actually does. He just had he has 2 good seasons where he's on a bad sell. This one and the last time we were in the playoffs 2 years ago, because we didn't make the playoffs last year. Or last season, or 2 seasons ago, I mean. So we'll sandwich in between. But before that, that man was clutch as hell. That man hit many home runs, many RBIs. If it wasn't for him, we would not have advances to a lot of the fucking rounds that we did. But no, he really is him, and I blame Aaron. Like I said, I burnt Aaron Boone more than anybody, so I put him in the shelter with all the Bum of the Week award winners, because he had us unprepared. It wasn't just Aaron Judge. Everybody in the Yankees, or nobody in the Yankees locker room, was getting base hits until Game 4 when we were already down 3-0. And the funny thing is, we were up 2-1 thanks to Giancarlo Stanton, and maybe the series would have been different if Aaron Boone didn't, foul it up with weird pitching changes and all that shit. So, but he had it completely unprepared to play against the Dodgers. We didn't hit till Game 4, so I blame most of it on him. But Aaron Judge, let me tell you something. Look, it seems like he's on a mission, but he's not. He's been like this for like 3 years now when he's healthy.
He's had bad luck with it. He's had bad luck with when he actually has had it going in the playoffs, which is bad managing decisions late. It happens over and over and over again. And then again, the World Series, that was demoralizing as far as him not catching that ball. But that one play was not the reason why they lost the World Series. There was plenty of plays before that caused. I almost feel like they lost confidence in each other. Like they didn't believe that they could win that game. Even when I watched that game, I was like, I don't know. It just feels like something's gonna happen. Whether it be Boone make another bad decision, or the fact that Dominguez didn't get no at bats, that was kind of crazy at all. Like none whatsoever.
Talk that sass, nigga.
Right now
Talk
he's
that
hitting over
sass.
280. He has 4 extra base hits already. Again, he's a rookie, so he's still learning. He's only 22 years old.
No, I agree, but
Like it's bad decision.
the reason we lost was not because of pitching or because of defense or nothing. It was because Aaron Boone did not know how to manage the games when we were leading, and number 2, because Aaron Boone didn't have us prepared for hitting. I blame that all on the manager, because the manager is supposed to have you prepared to succeed. He's supposed to put you in the best position to succeed, and I can't say that happened, and that falls on the manager. No matter who the manager was, I would have said the same thing. So, but yes, I don't like Aaron Boone, and I hate Aaron Boone, and I hope he fucking gets fired halfway through the season, but that ain't happening. But Aaron Judge is him. Aaron Judge is, like, rank your favorite power hitters of all time that you've seen. I've got Barry Bonds, number 1. I've got Ken Griffey, number 2. I got Sammy Sosa, number 3, okay? Now, those 3, to me, are unanimous. There's no doubt about those, okay? They're both in the top, all 3 of those are top 5 home run sluggers of all time. Now, the reason I say Sammy Sosa is because Sammy Sosa is the only guy I've seen hit 60 home runs 3 times.
Be cool, nigger.
Yes, he's Dominican like me, but that's not the reason why. He's the best power hitter I've ever seen. Also because he's put on some of the best shows I've seen in home run derby history. Okay? That man is literally one of the best power hitters I've seen, and he's the only power hitter I can tell that did it with charisma and joy. The only guy that can compare to Sammy Sosa probably be not Barry Bonds, Big Papi. But Big Papi was more clutch. I put Papi as the most clutch power hitter I've ever seen, but I put Sammy Sosa as the best power hitter I've ever seen, especially from the
I put David in that conversation just because of what you just said.
Yeah.
He's clutch. He did it in big moments, and it wasn't like bloop singles or, I'm talking about like he used to.
And
Like,
everybody
he got a hit off of Mariano Rivera. Like
and anybody who knows,
not a lot of people can say they hit a home run off of Mariano Rivera.
anybody who knows baseball will tell you Barry Bonds is the greatest power hitter they've ever seen. It's not even close. That man was a machine. He was meant to hit baseballs out of the ballpark. And Ken Griffey is the greatest all-around player I've ever seen. And the second best power hitter, the only reason why he's second best is because he didn't stay healthy like Barry Bonds did until, his body started breaking down. Big pause. But if it wasn't for that, Ken Griffey would easily be the number one, and he'll have 800 home runs.
His swing was just
And
meant
the
for
sweetest
that.
swing in all history, and not to mention he's the only time the only 3-time home run derby winner. That's why the home run derby trophy is named after him. And then after Sammy Sosa, Ken Griffey, and Barry Bonds, I would put.
I'm gonna say Albert Pujols.
I was gonna put Albert Pujols, but I'll put A-Rod in there. A-Rod was a better power hitter than Albert Pujols in my view, but
Ooh,
that's give or take right there.
I don't know about that one.
No, I do know because A-Rod took steroids, his body started breaking down. Had he been healthier, he would have had way more home runs than what he finished with.
I mean, yeah, but Albert Pujols, man.
No, I
What
know.
career.
I know. But so is A-Rod, except for the.
No, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying
steroids.
he has blemishes. Like Albert Pujols don't got that blemish. And I'm not talking about just the steroids. I'm just talking about like moments. Like Albert Pujols wasn't just great in the regular season. He was great all around, no matter what time it was. Clutch, big moments, big home runs. You watched him shut down Houston. Like, literally, they was cheering like, oh, this game's over. And boom. It was
No, I
like
know.
it took their hearts, bro.
I know.
He used to snatch them away, bro.
But A-Rod had moments with the Yankees, though.
No, he did, but
He did.
not more than Albert Pujols did with the Cardinals.
Well, we will never know because the man kept getting hurt or suspended, so we will never know. Because he had a 3-season drought where he was just bad in the playoffs. His first year with us in the playoffs, he was going ham, and his last year, healthy in the playoffs, he ended up literally winning the championship for us. But A-Rod was just a way better power hitter to me just because he had the better the better what's it called? Just natural like instinct of hitting. Albert Pujols was born to hit home runs. I'm not saying that. It's just that A-Rod was a more talented hitter than Albert Pujols. But that's you can literally put Pujols and A-Rod and flip and flop, and I wouldn't be mad because you have an argument with Pujols. Pujols is one of my favorite athletes of all time too, especially in baseball. And then after A-Rod, I would have to put in someone like Aaron Judge. Just because Aaron Judge is just vaulted, and I think I'm gonna have to put Judge above A-Rod and Pujols, but just not too soon yet because he's, you know what I'm saying, he hasn't even hit 500 home runs yet, so we got to keep it tempered. But if the trajectory goes where he's supposed to go and he's gonna hit over 500 home runs, he's a top 5 power hitter I've ever seen. He just owns the play in a different way than other players do. He just does. Absolutely does. He literally looks like he's the closest thing. I said it last year, but before we had the podcast going, he's the closest thing to Barry Bonds that we've seen since Barry Bonds. And even I know it's not as close, but that's the closest thing we've seen to Barry Bonds.
I would say intimidation factor. I'll put Pujols, David Ortiz, Aaron Judge, Barry Bonds, and Ken Griffey.
No, I wouldn't even put intimidation factor. I would have Pujols, Bonds, Mark McGwire.
Oh yeah, my bad, Mark McGwire. My bad, Mark McGwire. You're right.
Manny Ramirez.
There was another guy I was thinking about.
And then maybe Big Papi, but in the playoffs or in clutch moments. You didn't really fear Big Papi in the middle innings or whatever, but if the game was on the line, that's when you feared him. So it counts. Manny, you always feared him. Barry Bonds, you always feared. Mark McGwire, you always feared. And Judge, you fear. I don't think people feared Ken Griffey. He was just that good. Because he didn't get walked that much. Sammy Sosa didn't get walked that much. They didn't really pitch around those guys too much.
Yeah, but they also swung a lot.
No, Ken Griffey didn't strike out that much.
No, I'm
Sammy
talking
Sosa did.
No, I'm talking about he swung. He connected. Like,
Yeah.
Even on bad pitches.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like. And then again, his swing was for almost like bad pitches, because he did swing a lot outside of the zone to get to certain balls and just lift them up.
Well, I swing just like him. I got my swing from him.
I
got
love
my
his
swing
swing.
from him.
I think it's the best swing because I feel like it's the smartest swing.
The reason I like his swing
lot
is
of people
because
think-
I used to have a different swing, which I always like. For those who don't know, we both are former athletes. I used to play baseball, football, basketball.
Be cool, nigger.
But in baseball, I'm a home run hitter. But not by, like, I'm not trying to say I'm the big guy or whatever. I'm just saying that it's something I do. I do hit home runs. And I always hit home runs. But I found myself sometimes missing my pitch because I was a little too late on it. And I studied Ken Griffey Jr.'s swing after the home run derby. And I was like, okay, he uses his hips, so he always has bat speed. And with bat speed, you could afford to wait to see the pitch a little longer so that way you don't get fooled and maybe you get better connection. And since I did that, it's been working wonderful. So I prefer that swing. Ken Griffey uses his hips to let the bat guide through the strike zone, and it allows him to view the ball a little bit more paused than other hitters can.
And he also loved the ball low, so it was like as a pitcher, that's what you're taught to stay low, but certain people you can't.
I don't know if you like the ball low. I just
can't.
know that it'd be wise not to pitch him in the middle or high. With me, don't pitch me higher in the middle because I will connect. You would want to pitch me low, but no, I don't think he was a low ball hitter per se. It's just that it was the wisest scouting report. You would want to pitch him low because power hitters like to extend their arm. So if you could sucker him into extending their arm to a pitch that they can't reach, then you know what I'm saying, that's a W for you. But for some reason, that didn't work for Barry Bonds. Not at all. And it doesn't work for Aaron Judge. You could try to fool him with it, and sometimes he does get fooled when he's in his head, but not because the pitcher's doing it. It's all in here. It's all in here. Because when he's right, can't nobody fool him. Can't nobody fool him, as you're seeing right now as we speak.
Bad ball hitter too.
Let's get to the cover athlete of today's episode. Carmelo Anthony makes the Hall of Fame.
Give me a hell yeah!
Congratulations to the rest of the class of 2005. Sue Bird is in there, so she deserves it for sure. Congrats, Melo. He had a career 22.5 points per game, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. He wasn't much of a facilitator rather. He was more of a scorer, okay? A scoring anchor. How would you remember Melo, and what was your favorite moment?
Damn, I would probably say, if I'm not mistaken, in Denver in one quarter he scored, I think it was 30 plus. I think that was probably like one of my favorite moments of his because he wasn't touching nothing. Shit was going. So you've been like that before, where you just like in a zone and you feel like you could throw that bitch in the ocean. That's how he was. That's how it felt like when I was watching him. I was like, dude, this can't miss. And all he's doing is just he hezzy, shoot, hezzy, shoot, hezzy, shoot. It's amazing performance. I think he finished with 55 that game.
I will remember Melo as the most clutch shot maker I've ever seen. I'll remember Melo as one of the greatest all-around scorers the NBA has ever seen. And I remember Melo as bringing the Knicks back to prominence in some way or shape or form. And my favorite moment for Melo was Easter of 2011. It was against the Chicago Bulls with Derrick Rose. Thibodeau was on the other side back then. And we were down 3 with time running down. They had the free throw to make a 4-point game. They didn't get it. J.R. Smith got the rebound, gave it to Melo. Melo dribbled the clock down, hit the 3 to tie the game, go to overtime. Then in overtime, tie game, they give it to Melo. Similar situation, time's running down to go to double overtime. And he hits a 3, and the game's over. The Garden is bedlam in the Garden. Gotham went ham. It was Easter Sunday. I remember it to this day. Thank you, Melo. Now, I know a lot of people were like,
What the fuck?
The most clutch shot maker you ever seen? Well, let's get to it. Since 2000, no player has more game-winning shots than Carmelo Anthony, 30. Now, the most clutch player I've ever seen in NBA shooting-wise, I think, is Reggie Miller. But when it comes to all-around season, regular season, all that shit, Captain Clutch right here. The numbers say don't lie. So, fuck you.
Be cool, nigga.
Another one. Melo's one of 6 players in NBA history to average 20 points per game in his first 14 seasons. He's one of the greatest scorers.
They should wear those jerseys permanently. They can't wear anything else.
And another one. Melo's the only player in NBA history to drop 50 points without a single point in the paint. He's one of the greatest all-around scorers I've ever seen. I'm trying to tell you, people sleep on what Melo used to be.
Be cool, nigga.
I don't know why.
I don't. I remember him because I'm a Knicks fan. Knicks Melo was prime Melo. I mean, obviously the numbers, he had some good years too.
Dude, I don't remember a bad Melo. That's the thing. I don't remember.
The only thing about Melo is the knock is that he didn't try hard on defense. Now he actually played defense, but he didn't try that. He wasn't very good at it. But he actually tried. Another thing is that he never won a title. He never even made it to the NBA Finals. Now, that's a tarnish to his career. That's what it is, what it is.
Not his fault.
But he had a good season, a good career, absolute legend, and he deserves going to the Hall of Fame. That's a no-brainer.
They never gave that man a team to work with.
And I know he's going in as a Knick. Fuck the Denver Nugget. His best years were with the Knicks. Everybody's like, just stop. Everybody agrees. All right. Let's get to the next topic. What's next for KD after Phoenix? A new home? Where should KD go next season, and what's the best fit for you? Only one playing appearance in his career in Phoenix this far, and they're not making the play-in this year.
So, there was a team he could have went to, not free agency, at the trade deadline, and he decided to stay with this bum-ass team. That's the team I think he should go with next year. Jimmy just signed a contract over there. Obviously, you got to take a pay cut, but, nigga, you got millions. If you want to win a championship or have a chance to win a championship, I feel like Golden State would be a wise choice. I don't see him working too much with, like, Luka or anything like that. And The Clippers, to me, they're done if they don't do anything this year, which I don't see them doing. Um, I also looked at the contending teams, but I just feel like they don't have the money. They have to pay their players, so I don't see that. Maybe, maybe Denver if you make a move or two, but you would have to get rid of salary cap. Um, those are probably, but Golden State definitely.
Nah, he ain't going back to OC. What's up, Trey? That's Trevor. Or is that Blaze? No, I think that's Blaze. I don't know.
Nah, that's Zeus.
Yeah, but Zeus Lee's Blaze used to use that, so I don't know if that's Zay. But I mean Blaze or Trevor. But
I think that's Trevor. I think that's Trevor.
I think that is Trevor. What's up, Trey? I think you're right with the first one. I called it. I had the receipts back there. Jimmy Butler should go to the Golden State Warriors. Not only does it make sense, it's the best fit. Same thing here. You should go back to Golden State. It's gonna fit because Jimmy Butler doesn't need the ball that much on offense. So you and Steph can take care of the offensive load. Jimmy and Draymond take care of the defensive load, and together you guys can have
and a lot of that now. What you create is off ball. What it do, man?
What it do, broski?
A lot of that creates off ball. So you don't have to sit there and be the guy trying to penetrate the offense.
Well, he never has been that kind of
defense.
player.
Sorry, no, but in Phoenix he was. In Phoenix he was the guy, having to go get his own shot because nobody can create in Phoenix.
Oh, I thought you meant like
I'm saying now you go back to Golden State. You got Steph Curry.
I thought you were talking about like he primarily handled the ball and try to create for himself and others. I thought that's what you meant.
No. I'm saying to create his own offense because he doesn't have that in Phoenix. Devin Booker's a scorer. He's not looking to. I mean, he can do it, but that's not his mentality. His mentality is to be a shooter.
That is his game.
So Steph Curry makes that so much easier for you. Jimmy Butler, he's not looking to score. He's looking to give you the ball. So there's two people that can create for you. You don't have to do all the work.
Yeah.
It's less work for you. You're an older guy. You know what I'm saying? Takes less off your leg. It puts less on your legs. It's a good fit, man. It's a good fit.
Now they're saying San Antonio on a lot of platforms. San Antonio's just not. It's too young for him. He wants to go to a contender right now.
Too young. That's a team that's building up. It's not.
I know the Clippers don't make sense. I know the Lakers can't afford him. I know the Nuggets can't afford him either. The Nuggets can't afford him.
But the Lakers, I don't think that'd be a fit either. That to me would be like Devin Booker.
I'm not saying it fits. I'm just saying the teams that are contending that might want to grab him. Can't. I'm just giving you the reasons why it can't be the Clippers. Okay. Can't be the Clippers because they're losers. He going over there.
Yeah.
Unless he wants to be a loser. Lakers because they actually can't afford him. They're gonna have to trade Luka or LeBron. They can't. He costs too much unless he takes a pay cut, or they restructure the contract. And then the Nuggets can't afford him unless they give up too many pieces that won't make sense anymore. You're gonna have to give up Porter and a few others.
Yeah, no, you're gonna have to.
It's gonna cost you too much to get KD. That by the time you get him, you're not gonna have much left. Now, KD don't need anything but a team that plays good defense and someone with with another scorer in the team. That's what he needs. He needs somebody that can score with him, somewhere a tag team partner, and then a team that's actually good on defense. That's what he needs.
Nah, yeah, Golden State.
Because he only wins when he has a good defensive team.
Golden State's perfect for him, man. Jimmy Butler's not looking to score. He'd be the primary scorer, second.
When OKC first went to the title, when there was him, Westbrook, and James Harden, they didn't do it with great defense. They just had a good system defensively, and they had a good offense, obviously.
And they had a monster.
And they got hot at the right time. But
they had
all the other better OKC teams that got to the Western Conference Finals were better defensively. The team that y'all where he stepped on the toe against you guys against the Boston Celtics, that was his best team, Brooklyn defensively, and they weren't even that good. So every time he's had a good defensive team, he's done good. And when
I think that was against Milwaukee.
And that's only a few seasons in. And believe me, it's not even a great defensive team. They're just good. So they're like above average. They're like top 12, top 13 in defense. You'll see the best of Kevin Durant in the playoffs. Anything less than that, that's when you see Kevin Durant not playing good in the playoffs or not reaching far into the playoffs. So that's why I think he should go to Golden State, go back to where you're known to play with. You guys are familiar with each other already. So
play a little more catch and shoot.
He could go to Trae Young. He could go to Atlanta, but he ain't gonna go and do that.
Atlanta's not gonna get nowhere though. That's
Like
like
if Trae Young and KD put in the same team, they'll be way better than what he's on in Phoenix.
no. I agree on that, but I'm saying as far as like fits, I say go to State because you have the two already there.
No, of course.
And again, like I said, Jimmy Butler's not looking to score.
No,
Trae Young is still looking to
if
score.
Golden State's not an option, Atlanta's a better option than some of the other teams, than the Clippers, in my view.
Like to me, Trae Young is a guy who's trying to prove himself, so he's gonna try to get more. He's gonna try to get more offensively done, as far as not passing the ball but trying to shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Steph Curry, he been there, done that shit. He don't care about that. He won a championship, so he's just gonna do what's right.
So New York, they're also talking New York. They're saying trade Bridges for KD because of salaries match, and it'll be Brunson, KD, and Karl Anthony Towns.
Bro, I don't even think Draymond will be there next year. And if they had to choose, if you had to choose, you think they wouldn't choose KD?
I don't think Draymond's going anywhere, broski.
Well, if he don't leave, then I guess I don't know.
He's gonna retire, Golden State Warrior, just like Curry.
KD be stupid as
You
hell
never
not
know.
to go over there.
You never know. They traded Klay Thompson. You never know. But
He be dumb as hell not to go over there just because he don't like somebody though.
he needs to put that aside. If he wants to win, his best fit and the best team to go to is Golden State Warriors, and they can afford him. I would go to
Trevor,
Golden
you
State
don't have
Warriors.
players that you didn't play with that you didn't like, and it's just that shit. You can't like everybody.
But yeah, he does need a primary ball handler like Trae Young or LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball will service him.
Too young
perfectly.
though.
Imagine, you know what the league needs to do? They need to put LaMelo Ball and Wemby in the same team. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, that'd be insane. Okay, you say that now, and I guarantee he'll pull up and take the craziest shots. He do it all the time.
He does lead the league in assists, but he does care for shots. He takes the most weirdest shots I've ever seen in my life.
He takes the
Now, he be making some of them, but it always a guarantee.
He takes the craziest shot. Him, Luka, and Steph. But Steph make 'em.
All right.
Steph been making 'em.
Let's get to players under pressure right now.
Give me a hell yeah!
A quick rundown.
Players under pressure are Kyle Kuzma. You gotta do more. 9 points tonight, not good. Gotta see more. Gotta see more because if Damian Lillard doesn't come back for the playoffs, they're gonna need you to have any type of chance of getting out the first round. John Morant, he's at it again. He's at it again. I told you. Did I not call that shit like? I called that shit a while ago. I was like, I can't believe this dude did exactly what I expected him to do. I thought he was gonna prove me wrong. They were playing really good actually, and they are playing good. Guess what? They just got to win today. 103-109. Guess who? Detroit Pistons, team that's going to the playoffs. It's a good win. Guess who didn't play? John Morant.
Yeah, the sugar.
So on to the next. Amen Thompson. I just want to see consistency with your game. Just go to the hole, man. You don't got to shoot that much. It's not necessary. Your athleticism is through the roof. Just work on that for now, and then in the off season you can work on your 3-point shot and in your mid-range. Next, Tyrese Halliburton. 8-2 last 10. Keep doing that. Cat Dog. Can you play like this in the playoffs? Because you play like this in the playoffs, your team's scary when Jalen Brunson comes back. Cleveland. The others must step up. The others. The shooters on the team. You did beat a team. You did beat San Antonio the other night. That was by a point. And this is with Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland having good nights. That's crazy. That can't happen.
Be cool, nigga.
Orlando Magic contribute to Paolo's and Wagner's greatness. 109-97 versus Wizards. Paolo had 33, 18, 8. Wagner 27, 5 and 5. Just have to contribute to that. You need more from the bench. More from the bench. This against the Wizards, this will fly. But against a playoff team, not so much.
Fatality.
That's it, brother.
All right. So players under pressure, millennial style. Everybody knows.
He is. You're right, Trevor. He is.
We're
why
Dragon Ball Z fans, as you can tell. You have the whole collection there, and the ashtray. In Dragon Ball Z, right before there's a big fight, there are 2 special rooms to go training before the tournament begins, or before you get to Frieza, you know what I'm saying, the Cell games. One room was the hyperbolic time chamber. It's a special room where you could spend a whole year's worth of training in one day, 24 hours. And the other special room was the gravity room, where it multiplies Earth gravity, and you get intense pressure so you could get training. So let's get to 20 times gravity.
Give me a hell yeah!
In this room, you're going to find Desmond Bain, Michael Porter Jr., and Julius Randle. And whenever I put somebody in the room, I give them special instructions so that they can succeed. They all have the same instructions. Let's get it together. Desmond Bain, your team is reeling. How? How bad? We will speak on later. But your responsibility is to step up offensively and defensively and get your team going. Michael Porter Jr., get it together. In Jamal Murray's absence, you're averaging a point less than what you're averaging for the season. That is unacceptable. You have to get it together, and you got to get your team going.
Finish him!
Julius Randle, get it together. Whatever you've been doing the last few games in this 5-game win streak, I need you to continue doing that shit, because this is the Julius Randle that they need. Not the weird shot maker, but the guy that beats in the fucking paint. Let's turn it up a little bit to 50 times gravity. In here, you're going to find LeBron James. You're going to find Paolo Banchero. You're going to find Kawhi Leonard. Their instructions are also simple. LeBron, prep your bench. It's obvious that just you two and AR-15 ain't enough to get shit done in the fucking playoffs. Right now, you look like...
I smell pussy. Is that you, Josh?
Paolo Banchero, prep your team. You guys are going to the play-in. You guys are the top seed in the play-in, so all you need to do is win one game, and you advance. So prep your team. Kawhi Leonard, prep yourself. You're going to the play-in, whether you like it or not, and you need to be at your best. No more injuries, no more excuses. The Claw makes his debut back to the N3A playoffs. So let's get to 100 times gravity.
Finish him!
In here, you're going to find Jokic, you're going to find Ant-Man, and you're going to find Ja Morant. I also gave him special instructions, but in numbers. For Jokic, it's 1.5 games behind. That's how much games you are ahead of the play-in. 1.5 games is behind you, the play-in.
Wow.
Ant-Man, 5-game win streak. Let me smoke to that one. This man, I need you to do me a favor. Continue that, and you're out of the play-in. You're a 6th seed right now. Keep it. Ja Morant, 8th seed. Brother, you are stuck in the play-in. And now all eyes are on you in Memphis. You better win that game so that you don't get eliminated. Because if you get eliminated, bro, the Grizzlies have every right to get rid of you.
Fatality.
All right, so let's get to
Bad discipline, man. Bad discipline by a player. Real shit.
Let's get to the power rankings of the N3A for Week 23. What you got, bro?
At 10, I have the Grizzlies. Again, their leader isn't leading, so they're not gonna go nowhere. I don't expect them to go nowhere. I love what Desmond Bain did tonight, but where's that like more consistent? I want to see a little bit more of that, a little more aggression offensively. We don't get that Bain. Grizzlies don't go nowhere because they need shooting, and that's their shooter. At number 9, I have Indy. I think Indy's playing really good. I just told you 8 and 2 in the last 10. Been playing really good. Keep it up. Halliburton, get your team ready. Houston at number 8. Love what I'm seeing from Houston. Young team, up and coming. Don't think they'll do anything this year, but they're on the right path. They're on the right path. At number 7, I have the Lakers. I like what I see from AR. I like what I see from LeBron. LeBron looks great. Can't believe he's playing so good at this age. Insane. Luka, need to see a little bit more from you, Luka. In big games. I feel like in your big games you haven't really shown up in your big games.
Yo, what's up, everybody? You just made it in time for the power rankings. He's at number 7 with the Lakers. So give him a rundown once again from 10.
10, I have the Grizzlies. At 9, Indy. At 8, Houston. At 7, Lakers. And at 6, Golden State. Golden State, love what I'm seeing from them. Love what I see from the bench. Post, Podemski, even Kuminga had a really good game against the Lakers. So they're on the way up, man. That team's scary as hell. At 5, I have Denver because they've been there, done that, and they have one of the best players have the best player in the NBA as far as offense goes. His offensive skills are through the roof. At 4, the Knicks. Man, the Knicks are looking scary. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, I know they lost to the Cavs, but that looked a lot better. And mind you, Jalen Brunson did not play in that game, so I wasn't expecting them to, just wipe the floor with with Cavaliers, knowing the pride that the Cavaliers have in the team that they have that are capable of coming back, obviously. Then at 3, speaking of the Cavs, I have the Cavs. Donovan Mitchell. Keep doing your thing, man. Keep leading the team. You guys are looking great. At 2, OKC. I mean, Jesus. What can I say about that team? The team's been amazing. They just lost to Houston, though. That was actually a butt whipping. And then at number 1, I got the C's, man. The C's, they just... Damn, that's funny. That's real funny, Oscar. You see what Oscar said?
Salute to Oscar. Deezer Weaver, welcome. And Cole, welcome back, brother.
So cool.
So he says Houston at 8 is criminal. Well,
What the fuck?
wait till you see my power rankings, baby, because you're not going to like it, Cole. All right, everybody. We are rated M for millennials. Back in the day, all millennials know there was no way to save profile or save progress in video games. Back then, every time you played a video game, you had to start from the very beginning. One of the most popular video games was Mortal Kombat.
Finish him.
So Mortal Kombat, you start in the tower and work your way up, get to the champion, right? So you could be the champion. So let's get to my Mortal Kombat inspired tower ranking.
Fatality.
At number 10, I got the Minnesota T-Wolves. They're on a 5-game win streak. They have just reached outside the play-in, and they're not something to play with. At number 9, I got the Houston Rockets. I don't base my tower rankings off of standings, of records. I base my tower rankings as if the tournament were to start today, motherfucker.
Finish him.
The Houston Rockets are a great team. They're one of the best defensive teams in the league, and I'm a defensive-minded individual myself. But the thing that I always known watching basketball is that those kind of teams don't last, right? The reason why is because these guys are inexperienced. It's not their fault. They're just young. They're going to learn. I think this is OKC 2 years ago. This is what the Rockets are.
Yeah, the Rockets scary. But not now. But not right now. They're not ready.
You got to
They just-
understand, all these other teams around them have been proven already in the playoffs. Every team in this fucking list here has moved at least one round recently in the playoffs. The Houston Rockets have never done that. That's the difference here. Then I got the Indiana Pacers at number 7.
You can call the people on this.
No, at number 8. I got the Indiana Pacers at number 8. The Indiana Pacers are a team to be reckoned with. They were in the Eastern Conference Final last year, and they're the fastest paced team in the league. Then we got the Nuggets. The Nuggets are missing Jamal Murray, so I have them down here. They're number 7. The Nuggets are a team to be dealt with. They hold what everybody calls the number 1 player in basketball. I don't agree, but that's just me.
What the fuck?
Offensively.
Offensively, he's the best, but all around, I just don't agree.
Goddamn white boy.
After that, I got the Lakers. The Lakers are a top-heavy team. They got two of the best players of all time in Luka and LeBron James, but that's all they have. AR-15 is help, but they don't have much after that, and I don't know who to trust come playoff time. I have Golden State above them. They're 19-2 when they have Curry and Jimmy Butler on the same lineup.
Be cool, nigga.
Enough said. I got my New York Knicks up there. I normally had them down because Jalen Brunson's hurt, but for some reason or another, we're playing like we didn't have Jalen Brunson while we have Jalen Brunson. We're playing the exact same way. Now we're averaging the exact same defensive numbers and offensive numbers, and this is something good to see. Let's go, New York. Then I have Cleveland above them. I got Cleveland. Everybody below New York usually feasts on. Everybody above New York's on winless with. So Cleveland is there just because they've been struggling as of late, but I guess they just turned it around. I think they were just lollygagging and taking it easy for a little bit, but I think they're back. I still have OKC, the number 1 team in the league, and the number 1 team in the Western Conference, standing-wise, record-wise, and they hold the MVP, which I believe is true. However, as always, from the beginning, I have never wavered. The hated Boston Celtics are number 1. The Boston Celtics are the only team in this entire tower who has not been playing 100% the entire season. All these teams beneath them have given it their 100% to get the best record that they can to get ready for the playoffs so that they can have home court advantage as much as possible. The Boston Celtics are the only team who have not been playing like that. That's why they shoot so many threes.
Talk that sass, nigga. Talk that sass.
The only reason the defending champions are shooting so many threes is because they had a very short off season. They're the champions. So they're going to save their bodies. They're going to save their energy. So what saves a lot of energy? Shooting threes. But they're not just going to jack up threes. They're going to make a system out of it so that they could be a little bit more lax, a little bit more lollygagging while they're shooting threes and winning games. And they're winning games at an elite level.
If you want to know how many threes they shot, they broke the record. Basically.
Don't get it twisted. These Boston Celtics have another notch that they could twist and turn on before when the playoffs get here. And you will see a completely different Celtics who's not going to be shooting too many threes anymore. Oh, don't worry. If you think Jaylen Brown's having a bad season, no. He's just chilling. So get ready.
I don't think he's having
Finish him.
I just think right now, knowing that he has that knee injury,
So
he gets to rest. He's going to get to rest because everybody that got to play in the play-in.
one more thing.
Then we don't get to.
I like to ask this question. Imagine you're playing 2K, and imagine you have to go through this gauntlet, this tower right here. The rule is you can pick any team you want except any of these teams here. It cannot be one of these teams. What team would you pick? And give me your tower rankings or your power rankings, please.
Facts.
All right, let's get to the nightcap. We had an extra random 5, but this time it's a random 5 for both of us, okay? So we were talking sports movie the other day, so we're like, all right, let's rank our top 5 favorite sports movies. Go.
Okay, so I think this is impossible. So I couldn't come up with top 5. So I had to do one of like each sport. So I'm gonna name them off, and then you tell me. Coach Carter. He Got Game, Above the Rim, Blue Chips, The Sixth Man, Love and Basketball, White Man Can't Jump, Sunset Park, Air Up There, Space Jam. I know you never seen this. Oh, you was telling me you never seen that. That was with Mekhi Phifer. And then Finding Forrester and Rebound: The Legend of Earl Manigault.
Okay.
That's basketball. Now I'm gonna run down the base. I'm telling you, I can't break it down to just like my favorite one. That makes sense?
All I wanted was 5, bro.
I know. I just can't break it down. Like I like all these movies
All right.
pretty much similar. Then Sandlot, Major League, A League of Their Own, Jackie Robinson, 42, Rookie of the Year, The Rookie, Benchwarmers, Hardball, Mr. 3000, Bad News Bears, Angels in the Outfield, The Scout, and The Fan. Those who don't know that's Wesley Snipes. That's an old movie. That's for old heads. Football movies: Little Giants, Longest Yard, Replacements, Friday Night Lights, Any Given Sunday, Rudy, Remember the Titans, Varsity Blues, Radio, Waterboy, Jerry Maguire, and Last Boy Scout.
Yeah, I don't know, Cole. He's on one. I don't know. I only told him 5.
Yeah, I know. But those are
He says Joanna Man, Gridiron Gang, Coach Carter, Invincible. Yeah, I've seen that one with the Eagles, and 42. 42. That's a good top 5. Here's my top 5. I got Rocky. I got Remember the Titans. I got Cinderella Man. I got The Sandlot, and I got Space Jam. Okay. And then honorable mention, Any Given Sunday, Brink, and Johnny Tsunami, just to make a joke out of it. I'm not really serious.
Be cool, nigga.
Brink was fire.
Brink is a rollerblade Disney movie, for those who don't know. But no, my real top 5 that I could think of, I had Rocky in there. Rocky's probably my favorite sports movie. Remember the Titans, my favorite football movie. Cinderella Man is my favorite boxing movie that's based on a real life. And then The Sandlot, that's my favorite kid sports movie as a kid watching. And then also Space Jam #2 after The Sandlot.
Okay, so basketball would be Above the Rim. For baseball, it'd be probably Major League. And for football, Remember the Titans.
Yeah, Remember the Titans is my favorite football movie. The Sandlot is my favorite sports movie as a kid. So, and then Space Jam is right after it.
Yeah, Sandlot's.
Space Jam is literally my favorite basketball movie. And my second favorite basketball movie is probably White Man Can't Jump.
But if you guys haven't seen A League of Their Own, you need to watch that movie. That movie's fucking fire.
It's about a girls' baseball team during World War II. It's a good movie.
Nah, not really, Cole. They was playing baseball pretty much the whole movie, except for when they had to recover the ball.
The Sandlot was about a lot. It showed you how the 1950s and
Yeah,
shit
it was.
used to be.
Yeah, no, that movie was fire. That movie's goated.
Or whatever the time place it took place. But
Angels in the Outfield. That's a good time too. It's a good movie.
you got domed up one time watching the League of Their Own. Yeah,
Give me a hell yeah.
I know that's right. My boy Cole got domed up one time watching A League of Their Own. Now that is the best catch I heard all day long.
Talk that sass, nigga. Talk that.
So kind of rock.
Hey, the irony.
That was a good one, Cole.
Well, we're going to sign out here, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We will be back Monday to recap the finals and recap the NCAA finals and recap week 23 of the N3A. And we'll see if there's any new news on football or boxing or anything crazy, but we'll talk then. The Pressure Podcast, where the viewer has say, we will always send you a link if you have a webcam. Put your little screen right here, hop on the mic, and talk your shit.
April 22nd is the draft. We could do a mock draft pretty soon coming up.
All right. Salute to you, Cole. Salute to everybody tuning in. Oscar. The Blind Side is a good movie, actually. The Blind Side. I'm a Ravens fan. That's a good movie.
Damn,
Yeah.
Who put that on there?
Oscar.
Yeah, good one, bro.
So appreciate y'all tuning in,
Blind Side
fellas.
was
We will be back on Monday, okay, at midnight. So see you then. Peace out,